Hi everyone,
My name is YAPIN from Law Faculty, Diponegoro University.
my name is ROSEMARY RINDIYANINGTYAS MAHANANI from Law Faculty Diponegoro University.
My name is TALITHA AURORADIESTA PUTRI from Law Faculty Diponegoro University.
In this video, we are going to give you some information that you need to know
About one of the substances that we've learned in this whole semester.
Which is state. Let's begin! According to Aristotle, state is a union of families and village having for its end a perfect and self-sufficing life, by which we mean a happy and honorable life.
There are two types of state, according to Augustinus. The first one is civitas Dei, or the state of God. It held by the church that represents the state of God. And justice can only be achieved if the state is governed by a Christian. Just by chasing towards the state of God, people can achieve a happy life forever. Civitas terrena, or the worldly state. It is also known as the civitas diaboli, or the state of the devil. It carried out people who fall into sin.
Now we are going to explain about the elements of state. Classically or traditionally, state has three elements. The first one is people. People is the human being who lives in the state. The second one is territory. Territory is a certain area consists of land, water, and air. The third one is sovereign government. Sovereign government is a system of a group of people governing an organized community.
Element of state according to international law. First is permanent population. A group of people who live together in a certain place so that it is a unity of society governed by an orderly national law. The population of a state is divided into various interest groups, which are more or less opposed to each other. There is no requirement for a minimum number of residents that a country must have. A permanent could be residents, those who reside or domicile within the territory of a state, and non-residents, those who live temporarily in a certain area. Or could be citizen, those based on certain laws are members of a state, and non-citizens, those who are legally not members of the state but subject to the government in which they are located.
A defined territory. There are three parts of the territory: land, water, and air. Land, we have the natural borders and the artificial one. Natural borders including the mountain, river, and sea. Artificial, including a wall, barbed wire, and imaginary line. Water, it consists of ocean, island sea, inland sea, territorial sea, and strait. And finally, air, it's a vertical line drawn upwards from the border of the territorial land and sea territories between the two states.
The third qualification is government. Government is a political organization through which the will or law of the state is expressed and administered. A sovereign government must be able to control the organs of government effectively and maintain order and stability in the state concerned. The government acts on behalf of the state and exercises legislative, executive, and judicial state power. The government can change, but the state still exists.
Next is capacity to enter into relations with the other states, namely the ability in the sense of juridical, both based on national and international law, not physical ability. For example, Central Java have government region population but doesn't have juridical ability because it's under the sovereignty of the Republic of Indonesia. It's a manifestation of sovereignty. Capacity to enter into a relation with the other states is closely related to the element of recognition. Recognition isn't a determining factor in the presence or absence of a state, but merely explains that a state has been recognized by another state. There are two types of recognition, de facto and de jure. And now we're going to explain about the origin of state. Let's begin. Occupation, acquisition of enforcement of sovereignty over terra nullius territory. Terra nullius territory is areas that are not under the control of any state, either newly discovered territory or territory abandoned by the state that originally controlled it. Elements that must be fulfilled: first, the discovery of terra nullius territory. Second, the intention or will of the state that found the new territory to make it as its own or place it under its sovereignty. And third, the existence of the intention or will must be realized in effective actions, principle of activeness.
Fusion means that two or more states join and make a new state. For example, West Germany and East Germany unite and form the Federal Republic of Germany in 1990. Separation. A certain region that was once part of a particular state then withdrew and formed a new independent state. Example, East Timor was a province of Indonesia. Then after the referendum in 1999, East Timor became a new independent state named Timor-Leste.
Proclamation. Proclamation is the indigenous people of a region occupied or colonized by other nations fought to successfully regain their territory and then declared their independence. For example, is Indonesia in 1945.
Now, we are going to explain about the function and the purpose of a state.
There are some differences between purpose and function. The first one, purpose only focused on the target which already set. It is abstract, while function shows the motion, the activity, and including the atmosphere of reality. It is real and concrete. The second one, purpose is an idea which formed as a static way, while function is the implementation of the objectives to be achieved.
The purpose of a state according to American Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The purpose of Indonesia according to Indonesian Constitution. Untuk membentuk suatu pemerintahan Republik Indonesia yang melindungi segenap bangsa Indonesia dan seluruh tumpah darah Indonesia, dan untuk memajukan kesejahteraan umum, mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa, dan ikut melaksanakan ketertiban dunia berdasarkan kemerdekaan, perdamaian abadi, dan keadilan sosial.
The function according to 16th centuries in France. The function of the state was first known in the 16th centuries in France, namely, first, diplomacy, to create relation between state. Second, defense, to create peace inside the country, and in a modern country to participate in peacekeeping program in international level. Third, finance function, to balancing the income and outcome of a state. Fourth, justice function, to create justice in a state. Fifth, policy, to serve the people by creating a policy which helping the people.
And next, we're going to explain about the end of state.
The end of the state. There are two factors that led to the disappearance of the state. The first one is natural factors, which means that a state disappeared due to natural factors like earthquake, volcano eruption, and sinking of the island. The second is social factors, which means that a state disappeared due to social factors like war, conquest, revolution, agreement, and merger.
That's the end of our explanation.
We hope this video can be useful for you,
Thank you so much for watching.
and have a good day.